na anope anope I'll have a special guest in the house, a member of parliament for Swami, in the person of lawyer John Darko. And in the chain komo Owia wono akanon so adusi poku ebeba esanso ena ujip operations director SIC Ashanti region ono so bebe fi hanomo former DC adusi poku enso so ebeba be kan sana ya twetwen komo pa mono yentra Asante ebo
Omanhene Yaw Adu-Boakye
yanhwa de omapani John Mama e asem ato just say as a matter of urgency and with immediate effect. Boards of state-owned enterprises are going to abandon.
Momuntu kwan.
What the swato so you know be and to kwan.
Akonto be ya.
Board members.
Enta akonto be, akonto gwa hodo.
Na nyanye krom happen to amano ne akonto.
Ah, mo ko abrochi.
Na Ghana Kumasi akonto.
Na mo ko ede ho.
Ko ede ho say. Say be our board members no.
Agote to da omu Kumasi akonto no ka wo mu che.
Ban on travels where ultimate specifically foreign travel.
Local president and consider local no so nka. Agote obi be ko royal senchi e ka obeja na chire no.
Obeja na senchi na che so dey call land.
No agote. Where board me?
Asante, what do you make of it? If people say populist, His Excellency, but the public is making a whole lot of cry about it. Say, state-owned enterprises, ministries are any agencies or more boards. The amount of money that government throws there, they are still posting losses. No. It does not commensurate the amount of money are buying to Tiadeko. Obi a board member who so committee baku bi ni adio. But committee ni baku bi a meeting ni bebre ko chado do de.
Meeting no mo ko no.
Contract bi a bin.
Sir,
a board na approve certain contract. A board. Na CEO a share to the implementation ni and a lawyer or hono no. E to am tra board no so a bebre om ko cheska.
I'm a fool to my head.
At a point in time, Cocoa Board Ghana, we a board member now who's kapa.
Cocoa Board, it's a Cocoa Board now. Bank of Ghana, Bank
of Ghana, Cocoa Board, NCA nominate NPA. One NPA.
Aye.
We a board member or GMPCA. You can't say sorry.
Aye.
If you are a board member of a GNPC, you're a board member. I don't know a baby no ukonasia sorry.
Sir,
abusiani nyina be konasia.
Okoso man so man e besomo.
Me say Asante, so wa he you say your more appointment. We MPA board member.
So ne
na asia sorry na abusia be ko. Na me crack me kwa
I me ko suma na say o man e be.
Na do na be say wo suma na ye sumo.
Akota board we are director of the
ECG board member.
No popo. Me say no popo.
They say ECG board member. Ghana water the 100. ECG.
Sir,
MPA. Ghana Infrastructure Fund. Exim Bank.
Hey,
we are board. Ghana Bank of Ghana. Ghana Commercial Bank.
Yes. Ghana Commercial Bank name be no board of directors.
Gold board member.
Hey. Hey. Almighty.
State
na Cocoa Board so.
Hey. No say what dey onu kwa dey obekọ na ase asori miensa.
Cocoa Board. You know so many sika make afo yi.
Fine.
Omunya sika man 211 vehicles. Omunya sika no. 4 land cruisers omunya sika no.
Hey.
GMPC board member bia e wo land cruiser.
Dey bia kota na we board member. Some who committee bia.
Neti asma me kan one tada. O dey once no, say once no ko cheska.
My work come back. Okay, yeah.
They say bots ni bi o ha. Bots ni bi o ha. To say your Ghana Standard Authority say.
Yes.
Obefi say.
Any friend standard board.
Food and Drugs Authority board.
Sir.
NSA.
National Service.
National Service Authority, we a board member.
Baby, I say si benya amane no.
Mo fa enkran ko pa juma.
Nakuta, e 600 Ghana the other day.
Honorable John Dami be taking it time. Yeah, our board be o ha. Yeah, no got to so opa jai enko meeting kra. Bibia ni ho. Abato ade ayo board member.
Yeah, baku
be say some board.
Baku be na Anita di so kan 17 body say. Yes, National Population Council. Yes, meeting 500 Ghana.
National Population Council. Ghana is board as a alcohol. But I hope say grants no me ade.
Is commission hono.
To say aye nia ayi. Ni kuma Abbas no reading. Social infrastructure fund. Once say a cast or a board member, how we are umu.
Na ho akoto me dey.
Agrade.
Social
infrastructure fund. Grants.
Dollars.
Now, baby, Amaliba was here.
Ibrahim National Road
Safety
Commission say authority. Board no.
What the hell is here?
Nakuta president ade no ho. Me dey akonta dey Mr. President ne say international travels no abane. Ba me dey make an say toda local travels no. International travels now board members no kono.
Omu tu kwa ko senchi.
Akuto ko royal senchi a.
Omra no.
Ne concubines ka ho.
Honorable, Sam Kobo, and you Kobo. Okay, I like it. It is not how you put it. It is not always, but sometimes it is like that.
You will not surely die.
Sir, honorable, Korea say Jubi. Conference. Maybe I would say to manage you free. Conference, no Korea say Jino. It is not always like that. Okay, so you pillows you call. You can't leave your pillow.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes.
I'm penny say Obanne travels no. Me baby will have an by drink kakra. But won't mean banning nyina outright. E be say oka say oko.
No, I don't think he stated an outright ban.
It's a ban in the omunche almost so more the so to so.
I want to so asante.
And I may say because baby will have say okodu juma ama oman no. But baby will kan but my no virtual ayini bi. Zoom sana ma betimi. But baby will mu hia mpanimfo no in that physical physical presence no. But I make can say
you have to go and justify the reason why.
Bana make say be on some manpanyi ka say we no kan e Bible na say no kan say we say oboso mu bia de emu to data no kan e den ampo. Say o mu bi gift na ha. O ka say gift emu to data as na say ndi ababeka ho no.
You have to
say no. Yenye say bia at least the whole year kra no e bia onko be ba kwa na mienu.
Debut.
Because ban no enchiremu because
to term no so ni akofo pe.
There are some bolts at TV. There are some bolts omore enumeration any niema e de ma wo no travel ka ho.
Pedia o tu kwanya de ma.
Obi ono ma your board bi one ma afibia bi owo one
travel opportunity
to travel.
There's no such.
CEOs will be.
CEOs still. I mean, okay.
Maybe honorable. Say CEOs will be.
No, so CEO.
And you munyina.
CEO obi no ho ne employment contract. Because as part of your benefit, so too quite. It's never happened. But CEO, our year in charge of the company, obi too quite. But it's not part of condition of service. The same goes for.
Maybe Joe here some fee travel. The condition. Gold board. Some fee had
conditions of service.
Yes, and now come to you, but or entitled to a vacation. It is there.
I see you entitled to vacation.
Yeah, no, America. That's what I'm talking about. W, and America say, board be or her.
Board member be no or no appointment. Any day nowhere.
And they also are entitled to vacation.
But
by convention, it has been. W. Honorable, unim say a institution be or by convention. And yeah, idea as she say, by convention. Or my ya might be a Becca Hontino. Obey a board member.
What happens?
You are entitled to that.
Okay, so what happens? They say, another programs are generally institutions local. So let's say that Minerals Commission, Minerals Commission,
board,
they will have
Lands Commission.
They will have mining conference in South Africa.
Oh, okay.
Because our mining conference, a yearly mining conference, and so board members,
Then
they
you
are
have to
allowed
go.
Bit me
It's
back
not
one
as if you're
A
entitled.
You're entitled.
and I
But-
say,
It's a form of a privilege.
It's not even a privilege.
A part of your job.
Jumano and a more quiet, so mining
Okoye.
conference.
Okay.
And look, generally, yeah, no move for board members. We
Nipa baako mmienu bi
It's
no
a more 4 years. Maybe a 3 or 4
Rotating.
go first year.
Second year, okay,
a month
okay.
for-
I
But
said-
you see, Sabman, another time, maybe another time. In 2021, in the second term, there was a ban. And any board member, if a board member cried, now
Won't come.
CEOs had to seek clearance from the chief of staff
And so no
before
one
they could travel.
Yeah, I think that's something like that. Yeah.
So what he's doing is not the first time. In fact, another time it happened. Maybe I'm sure you guys are aware. I was on the board of Ghana Gas, and
Yes.
so
Now you're Ghana Gas board member.
yes, I was
Hey.
on the board. Well, look,
Fatum now hold there.
it's not true.
You're not go.
It's
Ghana
not true. It's-
Ghana
I
Gas.
think that.
I want them to walk over and cast
I
them.
think that
You
you see a lot of
And
different
different-
differently.
You're-
And that's why I was
Honorable
laughing
John
the
Dago.
way
Honorable
you
John
are
Dago.
exaggerating
Ghana Gas.
about-
But Ghana Gas board the hundred there.
Thanksgiving me and Sabbath.
But Honorable Ghana Gas board the hundred there.
Gas,
Ah, Roger
You
Dago.
see,
Honorable Jaja Canada coming on Yadri.
a perception.
When Quadem no
I
Yadri.
always say, I remember. when-
Your board will hold you.
See, I remember when NPP came to power first in 2017. I had about 2 or 3 people who asked me, say, "Na do about unko power, unko a whole deal." When I go about 3 of those questions and ask them, why do you people always say kohana hode? Nobody told me so. Kohana had your expertise would be needed. I think that our mindset in going to policies and governance is completely wrong.
It's
Kohana
become
hode.
how you make it.
Kwaha na
Make
hode.
wealth.
Yes. But me, I went there because I had extensive knowledge in that area. I've taught natural resources and oil and gas law.
Okay.
I had masters, and it's my area of practice. And I know, sir, when I went there, at least positively I impacted.
Okay.
But there's so many of our compatriots. It's all about
What they
young
know.
Kohana,
What
hold
can
it.
they offer?
And it's not. We see you can say you do because 2 board you do to her a hold the and yet.
How the man put me.
Because in the end, Uko board meeting, boss is not allowance. In fact, boss is not allowance. A minister for finance in a determined across board, and the minister of finance at the time, Ken, that did by那board meeting, Uko board meeting, you shouldn't be paid more than $2,500 now a cedis. Now board chair as about 3,000. And I remember one time. Honorable Kennedy Japan, or was Navina Musa Muhai. It was I think for about 1 year crown. No.
Talk na edge board chair.
One year board chair. And to move compile at the end of the year, no. What can you move on to account? Because over board meeting near my check 3,000 cities. What do you call it? So you see,
Edwuma ben o 3,000.
Them you saw one meeting to one man. Why you?
There be one kase o ma o ba wo se na onye.
not on you.
Omo kabom afi.
Omo kabo ma fi no nyina na omo de ato na account and answer de ache obi.
And I'll be a monthly and I say because your meeting now over meeting the law requires you to have at least 1 meeting per quarter and then you can have extraordinary meeting.
Na say board chair bi so betimi any extraordinary meetings bebree.
But you see,
And it's not allowed.
no, okay, no, you're watching the quality. Members, no.
Members.
Like I say, baby, and it be a CEO and because
There's an emergency or something big.
So let's have an emergency meeting.
Okay.
Otherwise, you cannot be going for meetings like that.
That's regular to send the normal CEO calling for
But you
line
see,
meetings.
There
something,
are there are different institutions. So you take an institution like PPA, PPA board, no, a meeting like every week or every other week because of the nature of the board.
of the board.
Omo board, no, they approve.
Yeah, procurement.
Yes, it's among for the procurement call into my schedule. Say maybe
And yeah, PPA no so send here kan. In as much as expertise for also be there.
I mean, I don't want us to be looking at that. Even though I also admit that an MSCC,
Yes.
people use that as
That
an
is what I am talking about. Say, from your position and where you sit. Your name may be who I want to mean kind of send be a meme cano.
Well, I mean, you say what
And
you
told
mean,
it to
you're
say,
free to
aha, et meme can. Now I can say, well, you are not privy to that. Into Yebia. But from your end, on say, Obershare appointees to even assembly.
Yes.
Oshare this is assembly Mranwa. Oh. And appointees, no, they should be experts.
Yes.
Yeah, you lawyer. Yeah, you wait. Plan nani ade. But also
government appointees.
Government appointees, no, are supposed to be expertise.
Yes.
And a assembly. But na over to me assembly. Yeah, in your position, I'm man into you say abaya fano. Or to be cut now. The omo can cry only can cry so a government appointee. But I want to say
about this.
Very good. And who the say on say Ghana Gas will put you at the board on the basis of your expertise.
Yes.
And to call you know, almost a CEO no, or nobody come across more than a lot of the other, you know, because about certain implementations, he will need your expertise.
Yes.
But you will be on my Ghana Gas board no so. Muko meeting anything about gas onim. But then also the Nyansa kakra be fan maybe home. Yeah, we are the next thing out there because we answer now the lie be amayana.
The reason I had to step in is that you guys are doing a very fine job, but you have a lot of following and a lot of people who
and a kind of perception we are putting out.
Exactly.
Oh, but that perception so there.
Politicians who are here, and then there's also the person. I said, "Who are politicians? You are so rich, so that I still teach. Okay, I still teach, and
you teach on the weekend.
Yes, but this is I teach on Mondays. Everyone I say I was in Kumasi, so I do my class online. So I still teach.
Then, no, as a parliamentarian, are you allowed to do that?
Because I had I have to seek
clearance from the speaker.
From the speaker,
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, because me as a parliamentarian, when people see you, everybody come to you with all kinds of requests, thinking that because it's made to believe say what do need the but it's not always like that.
Okay.
You understand? So we need to.
Honorable, me know you know, but
what will happen?
Honorable, it is made to believe. But don't you think the politicians, some of them also make us believe? Because people know Honorable John Dako, who is a lawyer, who is a lecturer. At least your source of income can be traced.
Yeah.
I sit in a community with a young man. He enters politics, not even going to parliament. He's been given a position as a board or even a CEO. In 2-3 years, in 2-3 years, a kind of building our PSC or Honorable John Dako,
yes.
Are you getting me? The kind of cars and the luxury and the pomposity with which are all parody around, you know. If you tell me, say, politics, it will be difficult for me to align with you.
It's true.
But what I say, and say Honorable John Dako, minimum source of income. If not, you might have some businesses where be in him. Here, Menshia South, also MP. Seka.
Yeah.
Seka is into pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
He is into you can't say farming tick farm ne other farms as Seka ye. Usi as Seka one here over kase or a member of parliament na katua. Eti bi as Seka dan the care one here over kase or call parliament when ya. But Seka is a farmer. He is into pharmaceutical or pharmacy shops so kroma and in kranyina. But on country ebia ne kra no on pese meka but any common and I mean you as say eti one hwe ya unim sika for all this while. But my kusi asante ebo amani asante ebo na wa. Asante ebo a party by power no koya. 2 years time. Wato cars bear force.
Is the only source of income.
Ni fear was minim.
Now umisa now better source of income.
Asante
If you no pena.
Source of income all of a sudden
investment na fe na aso aba. Now how do
you now politicians in the mama for Kasau. Hey, Cocoa board member all of a sudden we are into real estate. Yeah. When you were not there, you were not into real estate. Now, why would people talk? People will talk. Honorable John Dako Akwaba, so I'm very interesting. Very interesting anyway.
I had to step in.
I don't pay. Yeah, more about Owia TV. Nah, Nyame Adom. We are also live on Precise 105.9 FM.
Great.
You are both with us on TV and radio.
Wonderful.
105.9 FM, Precise FM. You know more collaboration, so I don't pay. I'm on for 80.
That's right.
To be our swami near the other to 105.9. I'll bet to Mrashabi in Kawaha. Kumasi, and crying no sudden important all the regions. So you are live. Once again, welcome.
Thank you, Minia.
Nah,
So much. Said you can make constituency swami for any Santama running penny for Mohi Cruise and. On my hands, why I heard about your movement from your previous station to this place. And I say every step will be taken in life, and there's improvement.
That's
and
right.
I thank God for your life.
Thank you.
I want to say you continue to soar higher and higher.
That's
what life is about.
Yes, Owia TV. Yes, right.
Yes, right.
That's right.
Yeah. I've been following. I've seen a couple of our people coming here.
Wonderful.
And when I was told to come, I was very excited because. When I say, serious interview. But happy to be here.
We are happy to have you.
Yes.
Member, Local Government and Rural Development Committee.
Yes.
Very good. Honorable, ma yenin komo kakra. Ye can local government rural development na ye ekrasi mpuntuo ene amantamu mpuntuo.
Yes.
And the Ghanaian, Mwakasa Omrashebejefie, concerning especially electricity, cocoa.
Yes.
You are still insisting, say, Abani Maomu, but it looks like that will not be.
Yeah.
The president has hinted, said the international happenings, Iran, Ukraine, US, Israeli war, no. As I speak with you, and I checked. Maybe this morning I'll have to check again. Brent crude is on a high.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Akwa
Yeah, it's gone past 100.
which we are expecting, say, I'm here, Abia. Ebe peja kodru baby a no be day.
Yep.
This morning, a quick check. Above from, it has come to 90.4.
Okay.
Now, in run call 108. I don't know what has happened, but Brent crude is 91 now.
Okay.
And just said the dynamics are changing.
Yes.
1 year after His Excellency, many commodity medical.
Definitely.
What do you make of it? Sena Musifa.
Okay, thank you. I think Okame committee no immune free. I serve on 3 committees.
Okay, for the now minimum.
I know. So I also serve as a vice chairman of the Committee on Environment, Science and Technology. When you follow my speeches, I talk more about the environment as well,
especially Galamsey.
Yes, and then of course I serve as a member of the subsidiary legislation.
Okay, somebody I know.
Yeah,
I can understand.
But look, if we want to assess the president, media maker said 1 year. So long as we have peace in this country and we are still together, I'll give him that. So, dear, so our country is intact, and I think peace is very important. But quite apart from that, there are a lot of things that Asia, in my view, President have in mind to it. And when the president came to present the State of the Nation's address to us after 1 year of being in government, we were expecting some of the issues to be addressed. So, for instance, even though I'm talking about the fact that we are secured as a country. Yes. We still have a problem, one, with our borders. Galamsey, fa dodo na no me call ho nya Ghana for Togo for Burkina, Ivory Coast, Benin, and Omabegua. So that is one state of the nation the president fails to address, how porous our borders are. Even though we live in the ECOWAS, people cannot just come here and work.
Yeah.
especially if the person is engaging in illegality. So, a brother president, the state of the nation, I was expecting him to address that. Say, "Kwan befa so asa, no free neighboring countries about most say man, no address it." Closely related to that, the issue of Galamsey. Galamsey was one issue in NDC for any president. A brother no di or presidential candidate. I can't was a bam. In fact, meeting me, like I said, MPP are buying Kugu idea, a fagina, the way Galamsey issues were handled. Now, 1 year down the line, as a member of the Environment Committee, Environment Science and Technology Committee, we visited a lot of mining sites. In fact, about a month ago, called Amansia area. Now, it was sad the way Galamsey say in a forest and everything we have. Now, one issue that came up, no, cyanide are big mining companies in the DH. They say illegal mining for use cyanide. Now,
Cyanide.
Yes, so there's the term cyanidation of Galamsey. This is a very serious issue. I was expecting the president as
I know the Nanka, Newmont.
exactly. Because Omuno were down and waiting me the treaty.
I come no much
Exactly, no
no
much
science you cry.
Exactly. We only they say no. Only become the sign and extract gold from the ore, and it gives them a lot of gold.
Gold.
And see, the whole woman
A cheap way.
a cheap.
Bet me a man in term
Exactly. And it's as a first, now of fat ore. Now without cyanide, when you let's say 20 ounce.
I'm afraid a black now.
Yes, that's a black hand. No, without
Cyanide.
cyanide, when you're 20%, it's a bit me and 80%.
Hey, any obako.
And she say no, so it's a very serious thing. The president,
Jackson's you know muswa.
it's a serious poison. Mining companies are complaining. The president failed to address that, and I thought that this is a very important thing. That as part of the state of the nation, he should have told Ghanaians how he was going to resolve that. And then, see the same Galamsey area, a war, another issue. And it's part of the cocoa. Because yentua cocoa for, when you say cocoa for, apart from say yate so for bare 5 months in yentua moka.
Okay.
Enti say na omodi ahochere ton mo nsase esan de Galamsey for. This is the state of the nation. The president should have told us and then given us the antidote as to how he was going to resolve that. Now the president was a bit silent. Yensu egusu say as part of the local government committee rounds last week, called Takrade, Western Region and Central Region. Central Region, maybe you call a move to borehole. And I asked them, I didn't see a baby, you could share district assemblies. No, almost say pipe there, a bin hobby because of Galamsey. In Sua, a Kogu, your friend water works in the
say,
Nina say, in Sua,
Nina
it is you be a two borehole. Now, only another certain, two borehole. You two borehole, baby, your mind, and in sooner what from the crown. I say, this is the state of the nation. The health of our people are at stake. The president was supposed to address that. So if I look at the president for 1 year, the way Omo Ekasa say Omo Baba Boa Omano, any dumo a bobra. And Cocoa assembly in they say Cocoa no, the drew crown say the 2005 crowd almost saying better, almost saying better so. Almost
2018.
Almost saying better so. That is the information we are getting right now.
So.
Yes. So what is happening? Say Cocoa for no
no, we are not.
Okay. Ansani better back on so. The information we say Omomoto Cocoa no the purchasing clerks no. They were told not to buy cocoa beam if he said, "Omati say better so." And then see, who do they buy almost okay and talk about a baby where see how we didn't have prayer on the so. And the information pieces name beams and say, "Momuntu cocoa beer." There is now huge
agitations.
Yes, within the cocoa community because your customer to cocoa ni beam there. Not just say because community purchasing collectors they would rather want to buy
No manya
profit ebe kosra.
The account men told ya.
I say ebe so. Ena ede
2018 na buy me say nya kudra tisubio.
Omo beti so mo goodwill so they can do anything.
Hey David.
You know. So this is the state of the nation. The state of the nation the president failed to address. Yes, say o promise say Ghana for say o buy adwuma beba kuruma. Look. Me no more so me. President Bekan say we be adwuma mako 1 million the whole of 2025. Me no be no so me aka chem so nya say adwuma ni bi. Obi enu ha minim na we say 1 million jobs na president so create no. Wanya bi. Rather, statistical service say adwuma o free say was added to the economy was about 300,000. This is the state of the nation the president failed to address. He came to tell us, in my view, some untruth. You know, I won't say the president lied, but he told us an obvious untruth. As I say, on Ghana for any year. And if you compare that to his promise to us, a brand new campaign, or say, or no, the Oba Juma Bakuno, Nipa Miensa, and these are things that Omukaye, Omudia billboards, Omu manifesto, Omu say Juma Bakuno, Nipa Miensa.
I know they are honorable. Or say there should be a policy framework. There should be a law backing it. Because ono akrabai 1D 1F emra answer den nimu etintimai enti otimi kura atwam nti ono no ompese ebe akoye se asemra nka honti no wode mra ba ma munyina magye atu mama ne ye frɛ no 24-hour economy authority emra no as established it's a good take off
when you say you see it's not even say 24-hour authority act. It says 24-hour. It didn't say 24-hour act. It says 24-hour authority. And today, authority no set up. Authority is not the policy.
Oh, okay.
What tiku keke? What person tiku no fa guzitando? And then nkro for na boso me bi otuo me kan no to land cruiser mo no ma ya adwuma from 9 to 5. And no pay. It is 24-hour authority no. As a standards authority. Nti enka authority na adwuma say 24-hour adwuma e koso a omu na ebe coordinate na we need 24-hour adwuma bi e koso what ebedwoku ebe coordinate. There's nothing like that going on. In fact, omu edi abro to the extent say uhwe Ghana ha sesia na adwuma bi ani ho a ye na nadwo a aban na ne say omu. In fact, when enra say utie social media na nkran traffic is in kran. Traffic is in kran nyina ye tetekwashi interchange ye no. Omo ye akrate ma motorway no. Tetekwashi ni a block one side of the way completely. Enra minimum bi odi traffic move over 3.5 hours. O free Accra ebesene akọ Madina. You know why? Because sa contractor na we adwuma hon. Anopa 9 to 5 na ye nyina ye akọ adwuma. Sa time na o so be ye adwuma. Eno wa block kwan. Adia all over the world, ye na nadwo. Just to avoid traffic because any new road there quite amount.
Now the Ministry of Roads were they not told? Say adia we no I was say omoma no ya we say e free anadwo no nkron to anopa no se o me ya adwuma.
Obetime ya adwuma.
Nkania ho obetime ya. Contractors be that's what they do.
Exactly. The way the Oma blocking yesterday obi otemi bia from Accra. There was a complete gridlock. The whole of Accra. Just because contractor we adwuma from 9 to 5. Obi anya adwuma na adwo okrum ha. O se wakwati 24-hour authority a e se wukoto land cruiser ama guzitanto no wa to be am deputy ni afa administrator ni afa HR nipa be 10 no me adwuma from 9 to 5.
It was almost a supervisor.
So I was trying to tell you that there is no such law a did 24-hour economy, but in fact we told them even though this authority was wrong, we told them okay, in order to help your dream, yes, let's say institutions are also me 24 hours. So we say there be, and there's no such institution. They cannot compel anybody. And that's, what we told you earlier on is a 24-hour economy now. Yeah, can cities are a year 24-hour economy, and as a 24-hour driven, no, a demand
driven,
demand and supply because say nipa no. Who say we ye adwuma da bia ye to ade na anopa na short to obefa nipa se omunye bia nadwo se be anopa omo ba no ebetimi anya bi se eye aduane kura That is how it works. One can say, yeah, 24-hour economy. Look, during the campaign, you can say 24-hour economy. So I am saying that the unemployment is the state of the nation. The president failed to address. The president should have told us. Let me tell you what. And I'm saying this because, again, as a member of the local government committee, and I see it too quite. President Edjumoyo, see ABC 24-hour economy market. So this is a flagship project. You see 24-hour economy market. And I'm asking myself, what kind of mindset is this? Says, yeah, the Niman is a cotobeton. 24-hour economy, me, what the bus swamia, so our market name, who here, swam your market or why, here's a very furbishing, now I come. Also, could see 24-hour economy market. Abra, swam technical institute, or why, here, machines, any tools, move debate me training, cremo, makoye, jumaya. Also, could see market, ya top money, could be in your drabiguma beton. Also, could see 24-hour economy. The sad thing is, yes, 24-hour economy. No, you Women's Bank. You are going to establish 261 banks across the country. Now, GCB, EcoBank, and all the banks, branches, yes, branches, and then you actually say, as part of that, Women's Bank, stated capital for Women's Bank, on farmer. Yeah, the stated capital is who could be a banker. Minimum requirement 400 million. 50 million at their mom. Also,
my mom was saying
50 million last year, but this year, the minimum do the amount. So, if we look at the president and then the near we have to assess them one by one. What is the state of the nation when it comes to employment? The president is failing on that. A ni signature project where NPP bra you run and Akufo-Addo buy. First year now, and we need free SHS because they are there. Then I come so I know plan. President, our signature year with the campaign year be winning any 24-hour economy. A dear why I found what's the policy? When your policy be a law now passing, it's just to set up an authority. Our authority, there's nothing for the authority to regulate. There's nothing. In fact, Senka ye pay say ye serious country ye pay obi amna regulate this. Your institutions be bro. You don't set up authority. There's no I was worried when there was so much fanfare. President Mama say I have maximum respect for him because of what he's done for himself. But I was worried. Said President, there was so much fanfare to sign 24-hour authority act. Way it's as empty as the slogan. So I'm saying that.
But you're saying 400. Rashid Pepu, Minister for Labour and Jobs. So 400 private companies have come on board, applied to be given the incentives, the tax incentives and the protection, electricity rebates. No, so they be on 20. So if 400 of Ghanaian indigenous companies, it means they understand. And now,
honestly speaking, media, see, in all my ways, I wish this nation well. If indeed 400 people are near set up companies, companies, they should list the companies in the Don't tell us. Say 400 companies. Okay, list them, publish it. These are the companies, and these are the stages we have reached in terms of how for them to start. Just tell us 400 companies. Sometimes I know when I'm for a many politicians because I say I can't some near the media and news bite, but in reality, no, and it's sad. The state of our nation is a sad reality, and that is my worry. The state of our nation, and it says, say no, and crowd do many tools. Say President, be paid Juma momu, Omanhene Juma, 24-hour economy market. I think it's a useless project from day one. That is not what, and especially when they are doing wholesale application of it. Should be so busy 24-hour economy market. We have market. Baby, you hear different things. And I make us say, media say, who is the canal so the bus swam? You can share the NVTI and I say, Swam Technical Institute because you training cranny. Woman, and not a man, son, or Juma, cran bit me up with Juma. And you say, you could see market and your bossy catch you in fast swam. As I say, the best project, no, a binho, and see, Anomanja. Market share, yes, you acquire back home, yes, I acquire back home, baby for. as a nation, we have to stop thinking small. Look, the nations that have progressed and Kesia, market, they started industrialization. Say manufacturing. And when the Fenipa, Argentina up to date, this country, we still import toothpick. Or see a Juma. It is if 24-hour economy, no, what is establish a toothpick factory? I will support that wholeheartedly. That is what we need. If 24-hour economy, look, and I'm saying in my DM, Obi sending me, Abraham to be sending me message say, oh, your shoes, me name that, no per se, or bring me be. And I'm so okay. In fact, such things I will support. Say, well, you have quality shoes. If you are going to expand some industry, your youth, I will support it. That is what will produce jobs. If you are putting money in this, I will support it because it can actually bring 24-hour economy to that industry. Why do we continue to import soap in this country? So if you're investing, if you tell me, look, we're investing $1 billion, gold, $1 billion or my lusu. If you are putting that money in soap production, yes, Ghana, my import to soap, we will create a huge industry. This is how you build the nation. You don't build the nation by only buying and selling. But that's what this government is seeking to do. Your flagship project is to build markets. The market in the beton. We are going to import goods from China and not beton marketing. It's a small thinking mindset. We don't need that. We need people who will be able to create employment by way of manufacturing. And not employment.
On the issue, as you see, our boss, we have a big debate. Say, the government has sold about 18 tons of gold.
Yes.
Now, Atu-Forcing comes to Parliament and says that they need money to go and shore up the gold that they've sold.
Yes.
But to say, Dr. Gideon Boakye, sorry, say he's calling for a bipartisan committee because entimi myself who Japade. Japade no unim say e kodwama so a o ma ho be afia saa edan no obetima ton 10 million na saa adan miensa no o se meton ebia 5 million no anya 15 million na afei edan na kodru 10 million back which is 30 million o se yema 15 million saa nkoto enka 15 million saa nkoto dan na wo ton ye no eno na Gideon Boakye to dwa nti o so fi say aban ne mu mpanimfo ni bi ato gold na ma omo ho ekoton no aboden a jiska free Ghana for etwetwe nipa bebre aso.
And it's a very serious issue.
How is that possible?
How is that possible? And anything you say, there has to be a bipartisan inquiry into this because a very simple say as at last quarter, na MPP Abadaroma project has started say yen to gold ngo. Now gold no.
So that gold purchase program.
Yes, the gold purchase program Dr. Baumia LEDMA MPP Abansha says yen to gold ngo because it was a Britain money didn't say more music didn't say a lot of gold reserve I support to music. I say good no go out me I say it jinawachi
I ain't see a chiba.
It's a chiba papa it me to be because my go there be any I sport it I say there be no na ho kire Dr. Baumia this our policy by say yen to gold ngo. NPP Abansha say near to go there go over 31 tons of gold
from 8 tons.
From 8 tons to about 31 tons. Aban
is by saw the 7 tons account.
Yes. So I'm saying or mine ni nyina to ha we dey say my become market 38. So last year Aban adwene e ka say opese o ton sa gold ni bi. Now it maybe na say sa ho kire ba o man ni mu na say bi opese o ton gold ni bi. Sometimes it's allowed. But the time I ton gold no. We didn't have any problem. In fact, international reserve, high. Because sometimes we turn gold now they are short up on international reserves. So high, so we didn't have any reason to sell our gold. Last year, any cotton gold, at the price of $3,500 per ounce. Okay, just about 5 months down the line. Oh, by us gold near to a person cotton gold, it's a cotton gold for at $5,000 per ounce. And we are asking ourselves, now a dear na a man move fast anyway. Because look, see, I can say, we say to force in policy, no, the Bible, so the policy for Frabasi and Koto Gold. Policy, I they decide in the day. Policy idea, it takes time.
He looks at the nitty-gritties, the process.
Exactly. And some idea about parliament. Yeah. We are sure, say 5 months ago, they all knew, say, we still needed to buy gold and store it as a reserve. They knew, say, we needed to buy gold. And so the question is, I didn't think they were gold. What do you hear more? Now, some cotton at the lower price, knowing very well, say gold prices were going up. Gold prices was going up, and cotton at 3,500. Now, and they a bedroom 5,000. I said, oh, yes, some cotton gold near ton, you know.
Yes, a bobaka.
That's how ukra or fui. What cotton fui 3,500. 5 months down the line, I was here phone. No, I saw cotton phone 5,000. Omoka. As simple as that. My friend said fui a year good. And this year, buying 5 months ago, Omoko ton 3,500. I feel almost say you hear phone beam. In the sense, Uncle Tono, your cotton phone beam at 5,000. Why is he can't the cotton? Ghana for Sika. So the suspicion is that Omobeti phone say a tono. Omotono 3,500 no. And Omidi Koma Kokumensa. Fatuho. Good no pay ya no see a beto. Into beton 5,000 now. Wouldn't pan out on 3,500 no. So enough for so.
To you know better.
You know better.
And no, that's what you are alleged.
Exactly. And nothing Yaka said, Omu Mra, we have a lot of questions for them. One Omu Toma, no, who were the intermediaries. And because Obi Obeto good, but they come with intermediaries. Nipa no me involved.
And I shady. International.
A Bank of Ghana idea. And we need to know.
Documents are there.
We have to have the documents. I didn't think I would turn or phone 3,500. Now, but some me a numachi was me a koto. So I didn't move 5,000. We bring 1,500 for free. Nipa na or koto idea 3,500 no to why never better 5,000 free on. We bring for so Ghana for Sika. Any idea, sir. A bay at this way. Eddie said, dreamy, and they can say, be Ghana for. Because we are talking about billions of dollars. So. And now, man, for the case is here dying to talk to planes, the can't. People are asking questions. And it will serve the interest of this government. Sir, by a partisan inquiry, now, yeah, panel. Omo Ebetia se nom diaba. Na ye busa Bank of Ghana for any Minister for Finance. Questions. Now, you see, and never know question we no cry just one no. Ghana Stabilization Fund your oil money I see MFB NC MFB nkoto accounts mu abrechi no. Omo I see there no so. No. Omo aba amend law no. It was supposed to be funder and can touch cry the train. Dachi. Umba omuso ade da ho train dachi na come the NTA nkofa na me invest. Uni ma do omo ye. Omuso mo invest no in energy related businesses into
stabilization fund.
Yes, in fact, the Ghana
government accuse you for putting your money into the stabilization fund during Akufo-Addo's time for Adiananka also to stabilize the energy. Also, muko almost $300 million every month.
Yes,
and so, they really accused you.
Yes, so we say the free SHS, the Boan crown. It's no, and yes, we the Boan crown. We invest. Now the problem
invest in what?
Yes, we invest in West Africa energy projects. West Africa energy projects. In the energy projects, no, we invest. The sad thing is, we invest you can lose it. And we think that Omanhene Yaw Adu-Boakye say, at the end of the day, you invest in a safe place. And your risk. Okay? Now, they have decided that they will take a risk. I bet me say Sikano. Ashie.
Now, minority, have you filed for right information?
We ask all the relevant questions. We've asked them. In fact, it was part of my debate when they read the budget. We raised all the issues.
So you are calling for bipartisan?
Yes.
Say, would it be say be a Bank of Ghana governor so may answer questions?
Yes, but you see, in the end, when we request, it's up to the leadership, the speaker, and if the speaker refers to a committee, then or by the speaker refers to a committee,
Yes,
and that is why sometimes you move a parliament for a year, because you lose a lot of our seats, and be a and near my because we see who near my question. Also, who say about for about 20 years, NPP MPs over to about more pa say the bear. So by be over power or di and or ye near my sin. You bet to me a check. We need the numbers in Parliament to be able to question them. Say proper referrals. We share last 4 years. I'm afraid MPP about also other numbers near ties. No NPP no to mean the appeal because the numbers were so tight. Now, Ghana for a huge majority. Into what can be ana the omope and no more. And into they say no over $1 billion. Question because we are going to buy back this gold. No, they are not even ready to answer the questions that Ghanaians need to know. This is the state of the nation. Say buying our tiswa, we feel so no the ope and now this is the state of the nation. We visit Ghana for Yanka Anche. I did a present a year no parliament in there. I said a budget be no sign back. The true state of the nation, and no, the true state of the nation is me Obama constituent unfutro near teche and a kume constituents. This is the true state of the nation in Swami. Yes, you see, no. The last payment a contractor in Yaye was in June 2024. We are in 2026. Contractor in Yaye. The state of our nation is that the Rose Minister was say 40 interchange a better traffic so no omudumu policy is better swab too. When we did a press conference and brought the issue up, also you are the Beba 3. As it stands now, you name what is the state of the
new design.
Whether it's going to be 2-tier or it's going to be 3-tier. In future, any attache, any queen. That is the state of the nation. And for us, we are worried. Say, Oshe Ashanti region votes NDC Nyaye, and said, we could do much with the belief, say, a near Moma can obey, especially employment. Umsumbe, Galamse, Umsumbe, Sove, Swam interchange. We raise the issue, Umsumbe, and they are doing roads in other constituencies. Yet they do Yama, where Oko Accra, motorway interchange, roads you are making, and you are blocking Okwa, yeah, contract and free, so since NPP free power, even though NPP started it. Oba of Anko to Nsawama, contractor free, so even though NPP started it, about 10 lane, 5 year, 5 there, Omo Yeni Gidi. Oba project a free Kaswa Airport Central Region. NPP na start your contractors eguso juma gidi. So many places. Contractor how Omo juma. By the I would say Sikenu Hinti Obete so. That is the state of the nation as far as Swami. We are concerned. We are worried people. And say about we I think that something untoward may happen. The state of our nation is that say a number Juma Hunti Yanum Kuma and Yamano in Nubone and Atiatisi. They are doing a lot of drugs. We are destroying the very future of this country. That is the state of the nation. The president failed to address.
On the issue, I'm raising a big concern on electricity.
Yes.
The government in power tells you that you don't have the moral turpitude and the moral right to talk because Monamoko sign IMF conditionality every 3 months adjustment. Etibu on ma abayanu pejemwa adjustment no beka ho na ye huya. We say abayanu buy within a year we increase electricity to about 28 to 30%. Nananado 8 years in Akwa and no 35%.
Yes.
Why do you make such analogy? Abra almost so raise you have left a lot of rot.
No, I mean, because a cuckoo issue by more NDC for call farm be nominated for phone questions, MPP for Aboka or Maboka, and a cuckoo farm about them say, why not Aboka? Mon question na mon chere will be a boka. Until you successfully do that, the Akanyina ya kasa keke. NPP, I breso, you make you sure say Ghana for electricity bill you be manage. You do baby and a ban so Ghana for us. And they dear I could do this I buy idea on when you say Ghana for be so masino. Bill no buy the Bema Omo. Asama Omo can say IMF conditionality and say it afibia bosumi me say bia yentum. It's turned out to be a total lie. Yabusa Omo mini okuma Dennis miracle. Ebuso say Omo di Omo kofa which page of the IMF deals the MPP sign no and they say 3 months bia yentu electricity price Omo kofa mra. I mean say if you've heard Dennis on this, we've thrown the challenge out there. Omo ntimi fa bibia sa ema. So clearly no idea Omo no ehunu say a very easy source of money. Enti ene say auto electricity nanka 500 cedis e do be take 3 weeks. You say 1 week na asa. Sika ena Omo gie every Ghana for. Omo say Ghana for the way Omo dey ya Omo nkasa. Look, the same way ena Omo beje 1 cedi from us, a bra petrol bro, a call from no, because petrol prices had gone down on the international market. Almost see woman I be and say petrol bro a call from into almost had 1 cedi a beca home. And nay petrol bro ebe costro. If they say international market no petrol bro no akostro. The question is, sa 1 cedi na omo de beto so bra petrol bro call from won't be ya na. We need to ask them that question. And indeed, also we if you say at the time, no, they say more no manage no, even though now oil prices are perform on the international market. Okay. Because someone my BBA and the money 1 cedi credit to obi I get credit me in parliament. I say Ghana for be credit so bet me 3 cedis. Same fan can if you say petrol bono a perform. In fact, omo kan ya ko say petrol could beat me the whole name if you say ayefo. It was because the world's economy has stabilized. Now the DBN ho ntina oil price now perform. As so much open na ABB and they be cost also ma sha say petrol they say petrol be cost petrol be cost.
And Omanhene say Ghana will catch a finance minister and energy minister to brace themselves to find solutions in case because the world issues Ghana if I hear him right or say Ghana is not immune from the international shocks.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, President can say.
Yeah, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Oh. I say Ghana is not immune.
You see, I'll be disappointed. Say, President, a bit me argument because just about a year and a half ago,
yesterday we had a video. There's a video to that.
Oh, okay. I didn't listen.
I don't know if you can replay. I do maybe. That is exactly what you said because if we are saying we're no more some any the old cannon run the old cannon there. I was here to me the Jina is any you know woody.
Yes.
And
yes.
Ebia or cancer amreno. Maybe I'm more MPP for. Mama Nabe rhetoric say Russia Ukraine war. Or no nebia information or one. Or say COVID Sikana man when and what and Timam Fame Buba Dumnia dying. Say Russia and Ukraine now didn't talk about one man to Tomony May. And they want no to turn in May, a dollar above from the BBG and Naso. And to say, and Tokana Cosono, a bit me a man, Ebia Petro na, what me about more than a man above 11, at Timagina Hono, a bit my pija. And to finance energy, and to Tony Marcel Beya, those shocks will not hit us so much.
I mean, I'm surprised. I'm surprised the president would say that. You see, I always say, "My president." Yeah,
Grace, if you have the video. And Ra, you played it. And then can we have it quickly now?
Ukraine-Russia war. Ukraine-Russia war. Now Ukraine-Russia, Omokwa, Efa, Yagana for Efa Yahube. Yeah, it's your baby. Ukraine-Russia war. What's not play more now? Because we call Ukraine now. Ufia 7,000 kilometers and San Wakudru. No more common talk. Then say Yesika Sem. Nako de one son Kasa. Say Russia, Ukraine, no more. And so,
A few moments later.
Ghana is not immune from the shocks of global events. Recent events in the Middle East, which involve an exchange of missiles between Israel and Iran, have started to escalate crude oil prices dramatically. I've asked our Minister of Finance and Minister of Energy to keep a close eye on the development and model the possible impacts on our petroleum prices.
But you see,
He's been proactive.
no, say, whoa, yeah, of course, and this is about 9,000 kilometers away.
It's about 9,137
And
kilometers.
it's far cry, and the mayor cry.
Aren't you doing politics with it?
No.
When he was doing politics, we'll say this or Kasa. You are also saying the same
No,
thing.
but so president should tell us that he was wrong at the time. See, we are all politicians. If he says that, look, I was wrong at the time, as my mechanic, na meaning so be na, and you see, president knew a deep president, and he clearly knew say our economy was susceptible to external shocks. He knew it, and you say be a new president crowd that and waka say. BBC the be affected. He knew it. But the politics, like I said, Ukraine, Russia were about 7,000 kilometers away. Into fire. Where's Israel, any Iran, any US, 9,000 kilometers away. Fire home. And the other thing you say you be trace price because run. I say fire home. What it is, they say.
Yeah, we produce an idea to 9,371 kilometers.
I will producer a poor man who may. Why are there about Ubia who said I don't know? Here. So clearly, we had there now Ghana ne Iran there, a quanoa. It's new concept petrol board, it's Mikoso. Said the Russian Ukraine war.
But now, you understand internationally, say petrol at this moment.
Major president. You remember the actual Obama. So we there on the kind when they beat me a busano.
Okay.
Say on the kind say 7,000 kilometers are affected there.
9,000.
Ben your cry. 9,361. 71. What cry? You can say affected. But the truth is that look, on mine no. Or see it to me, your money in such a way that we can withstand these external shocks. I say, money BBI imported. So, your oil away, even though you try to say you be refining be your hand, we don't refine enough. And he saying, "Can refine a lot, and can we crank a baby because we move about 12 free at a higher price. Near refine here, we can get a very good pricing for our people, but we don't refine. Maybe the quantity your cotton finished products no and aba or cotton as a cost obviously a beba show but the way I in this buying a bra COVID near Russia, but Musika said any day any can say how man back crown I man need Ghana for to about moment and Ghana for a busomo saying otherwise. Like I'm saying, we all agree, say, these external factors invariably have some impact on every nation. I was thinking, I say, but if you know, this for President Akache say, I didn't 7,000 a year, and you can say, and we want to believe what the President told us, say, if it's 9,000 kilometers away, then it shouldn't affect us. Banker, and this idea, thank you, can be said or say, but Minya. I want to believe, say, oh my, Yanchichi, Yamfa, baby, ye need your one, enco manufacturing, ye intimate, and ye money and Toby, and Quabon, and on a baby. They say, Ghana for the Bakwa, a boy, ye entire dear shen hay, locally made clothes, and no, a boapa, yam fampa buanca home. Media de Bakwa, see, and fanca pie samina. Yeah, the samana look. If you know how much you use to import soap in this country, it will amaze you. Yeah, for samana kaho. Dear a kaho beam. Yes, they say you hear a more in your my no more umudia beans, umudia maize. How is it that to date you umotimi adua mo ne say beans ni na yento? nanso so yɛ tam sika twitwidie ɛkɔtɔ mo efira brochire ɛba. This is where our problem is. And President reading the State of the Nation address, no, so what it is the state of our nation. Say a kuafua tam sika aye fu awie no. Neto no aye den. Obi anto. And yet 2 years near see foreign made products so and no near to. Now unim. Amai, the woman say anytime biya na ye be kwa to a more ewo amana no. Yama obi adwuma wo ha ewo ho e na ha de ye ji obi adwuma free nsem. Oni akuafo no ka say omo say next year emo omo nua, omo say aburo omo nua, omo say beans adua omo ndua biem. If say omo dua no ya nto. This is the state of the nation. Enti abanwe no by say akuafo de obegu omo adwuma kura koko wagu no. Oh, na say koko ti o koko de say de yagu no. Ama say koko nsase no ye de ye galamse akuafo yintuo mu ka areho na aba. The next one I hear say no. Eye omomudua mo, omomudua beans, omomudua bro, cereal ne de keke ka ho. President policy or the aban emwa omo say no omu ye enema no gu ho. Ye ntomi I was in the north about a month and a half ago. Emwa egu ho omu nyi obi akra nto. What is the singular policy aban ebeye ama etimi adua mo ni ato ni edi ni krom ha? That's what is important. And no the chichiro of my own. Na nye sebe otimika say politics here a tro kakra no kre kakra. You don't build a nation like that. How can a president say that? Say policy we try tro kakra na de no kre kakra ka ho. We must be truthful to our people at all times. E more den kra na yen ka no kre no enchire wo mu. Na Ghana fo enya gidie e wa amanwefo mu. Ntina no pamo ba ndem mo kana o say me ka bie no. Si enyagide wa manwefo mu a ebebo na oni me my worry for this nation.
Finally,
yes, my worry for this nation, and I say this with all the sincerity within me, is that our democracy is at risk. We hear about where course so I also east if you look at the voter turnout, that's we share within sema a course so it tells you clearly say your democracy no, you say no, your youth no, GDA woman no kofom. Na your koswa ma GDA no kofom ma one share na ye ma obi kwan na kwatwetru. If you say asset politics no, ye no, we are not delivering the results the people are looking for. You be shabo see a beye a ade chen bi ni ye. Wodu aso to form na oti a was so easy ntia voter turnout no cool. Ebi say na mo kochiche iska, mo kotuto TV chicha amanfo na ye de duru ho mo say ye nkoto aba. Obi say president mama omo ka so mbem ye adwuma ye di akire duru ho o free politicians no ko mu emfa. Obi say nima ha yenya hospital papa bia enko ya to aba enti ye nkoto aba. Obi say gata da ha da bia ateche na ekunye enti ye nkoto aba. Now the moment the youth lose hope in this democratic experiment, that's the end. We'll be conferred to who be supporters. I'm yet to democratic government. We need to be careful in this country. Politicians need to be truthful. Young cannot cry and see in your normal. You know more to a man. Now me just say yes, sir. Abeboa amomano atumpo.
Honorable John Dako and Nanope and Energy Komo Ewo Owia TV and Precise 105.9. Anope Medasi say also do nimdie Abeboa Owia de Kyeɛ Dwumadi and Amijidi say it's been very insightful and I've really enjoyed the discussion with you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I wish you well.
I will also wish you all the best. I would say why. All right. Mama me titi awa me dani mo ho aba se sia na ye de enkrato no aba. We have a quick commercial break and when we come back we continue.
Ade baako a ye wo wiase ene se opesika atre wadu. wo wiase ene sa ope sika atre wadwuma mu anasa woniema begu pot na wonya sika mfa nkoyie na adane wadwendwen eno nti na wo se wonya sika krabia obeboa mu wadwuma na atumpon Dwabin Bank PLC ene wani daso yen asampa loan ewo homa wona wo pebesia I import won niema ana uton auto part utonton cars eniema hoduo bia ema amoton tuma ana entade sa akwanye wo homa obibia se obeba Dwabin Bank na oni abehwehwe nkomo na yen asampa loan die yenyi collateral yenyi commitment fee die wo hia application letter ye begina so dana ede loan ama wo interest rate na ekituwa bi obapa loan scheme ewo homa emergency for makam ho abom se ekuo na mo recognized institutions na mo pese modwuma enyini kwosro eno ne qualify mo motumbaji loan na mekai wo se interest rate ni ekituwa bi your savings account current account microfinance shares susu dachinti investment group loan fixed deposit any de kika ho Dwabin Bank PLC yen head office for Asante Dwabin yen other branches ni bi so ewo Ejoso Roman Hill Adesheman Pankrono Magazine Road Abuaso Fumesa Onye Sipetimpom Bonre Dwabin ene yen new officer ye bie no Atonsu Market ebe Kumasi High School Junction Frey 0271 409340 Ana 0544 745856.
Makwaba na yetu adwumadi ni so anope said ya mekaye no my guest is Frank Adusipoku, former DC Esnafo South, and Abdul Mujib Abdul Rahman, operations manager STC NDC communication team member in the Ashanti region. TV you can join us live on the Precise 105.9. Yeah, Edin Komo TV so not Precise 105.9 so Alpha Jumedino live. And into sharing Somaye your programs ye no more enkomodino and nika so pa. Ye di juma ha no mu dibi so ho na ye kan nyina bom. Entino a free a china air corner na nyina no. Bo say a free no 9 bepem no nsia ye the food for thought and pie bonus so na Precise 105.9 for afa na ye wia news no so anopa de ene we are morning show no ye de atoam saa bono ndu a bepeje mu dumienu kase enso so ya na opese wote kase mu ohwame mu ode kama obehwe Owia TV na utie Precise 105.9 enwumre no nsia kase enso so any programs aka nyina no ye yenhye no so kunaba Mira Adusipoku muache ye hwe ni mu say Abdul Mujib Abdul Rahman so ba be kan ensa empom to say
na me adom na so
bibia boko
nyame adom
ya do ba de ase yo anopay ye hwe Middle East crisis Ghana for NCC who for fuel price hikes and na Closac ama and the public service abesi penso amagisi Ghana for be are frustrated oko bet and that oko hanum a yes there be ye be hwe no ho asem now fe ya hwe some re-registration almost say NCC they are here to do it to correct anomalies. I do say and some of that so any
you
Middle East crisis ehun sunsun so mo my Ghana
o my me edika no ma me nda wase na
me ba jo peja no say said manager say me dia na
nda wase ma me ncha wo ne otifo no ahwefo na no pe gidi ese nyame adom obi ahoye
pa
ne ensema mu de amaye Closac asem ye baako na ye ka Middle East crisis on asem so baako na baako ka ho so ye sim registration ho asem but amaya ansa na meko saa ne ma miensa we so no mesro Oma mesro sebi baby am free ba no de bia me ko baby akokasa asem ba akopɛ na me manfo no ka kyerɛ me Omanhene koku ho asem no sisi baby adu no ano ayede
ade
My no heading. Last week,
I no pay. Honorable say, Cocoa for no a pieces not catch almost there. I buy any say no man talk, man talk cocoa bill. Na ne machine say anhwa no masatiso.
Enra.
How?
No mind me or honor.
2580 no.
Dios me and son a friend enra. Na
District officers.
Dios, yes, district managers. Omo baako friend me de no wusu. Se enra no mukoye meeting. Omo from mukoye meeting. Na meeting na se no. Omo yo mo ho nyina esu because omo say ne da so ni ho.
Ade aban ne besatiso.
Chese wo hwe nsem a omu tie ye na.
Efree aban no.
Efree aban na so ya na asem panfo no mkohia wo mu na. Ase LBCs na bamapu. No why nti e betena Ghana. Ama koko a ekura the economy of this country since independence. Eba be cramble. Why ni koko akuyafo Ghana ebro 1 million o. Ofa o mo ma no mabusuafo their immediate families. Dependents come one. We are talking about not less than 10 million people. The cocoa economy is crumbling. And then, Kweni, I said, or call for my codon cocoa who cry near Neniha. Because you are the quiet cranny chicanya day and my. I said, I buy way, seriously. Gold, no. Ya doso. You know him said last week. Gold prices at the world market and so started say dropping. She say Ghana high way. I buy cocoa sector oguno. The acquire this economy, cocoa, gold, and they say oil. They say oil and they pay any money. Yen him say ye export crude. Ya koto refined. Yentimi balance the equation. Enu ho chere da ho. Mine na hwe de eseko. Gold will drop it. Na se koko nso yegu na omanye na omanye koya na se baye. E de bone na Ghana koko akuafo aye aban we. Yeti wa ni abeka nsam sa. Na say ne eko nyina kire se the cocoa sector no aban ye na adwen se obegu no. Omanye sa na me hu no. Because ushe excuses are omode masesi ana se bia no to asomu mo baba ba mu mo kansa mo dade kire koku akuafo ya to abama mo ba ye no ade ne mo ntimi anye na mo ntimi anye ebo no kra mo beto ye no man ni de di kan mo ntimi anto masa ate so mo te so wie ya o man ni nipa no ate so wie ni sika no so aba no so fama nan. What is really happening in this country? O man ni no ko yenkura na se a afo hia bubro. Because 70 to 80% of manfo wa hafo eye koko no mo ye. No man ni koko no mo ye no na nipa na kokare ni koko from November, October na once the kroman ni wonya ya. You can imagine ahochira nipa ne namu. Ebi matitifie school kroman timi amo omontimi anko. Na no na mehwe BBC documentary baako. Mame wase ni kuna wu. Ni kunu yare. Sebi osika kro de beto drama no. O mako carry koko more than 20 bucks once the kroman nya. Adede bone. Koko nko contribute about 7 to 10% of our GDP. Yen nyina tie di koko ne hwe yen. Adan koko akuafo de bone no ma ya aban. Me no kasa sesi ai ene koko nsase ni nyina ye twade ye galamse. Entinka afi bi ohokra esa aban no e di incentive shema ejinja nkofo mom ye koko adwuma na mom ntom mu koko a enka ye afrase ne afi. Man in last na me hwe Eastern region one of the himfo. No oni MPs ni ka say or they aban ni say or koto ni koko amagalam say obi pomra no me stop no. Enne obi timi nya akokoduro kasa asem to the government. That is because was o ton ni koko be yini tekukura wo nyaye. mo kan sa asem we nyina ene LBC ni sika omso go and ask the LBC ko bisa yonkopa ko bisa kuafo adamfo kuapa go and ask them so manya one cedi they've not gotten anything
still
all the private companies they've not gotten anything ada dia bone now Omanhene do obi ka 12 billion 12 billion no eye kokoo anipa no o ma supply dia mamu o enye se ye kokoo a ebi egu enipa no ayi na o
warehouse afi na all day ba
wa supply the kokoo to you
nti wo de ne ka 12 billion Omanhene no comment iska say mama 1 billion ana 2 billion 800 million Omanhene no person chere say enye didi atem no odi no knowing very well say BCC Omanhene omu kwaji loans from the banks o no man say me the Unibank ebia $500 million now betua sika mame now kotua sika $50 million the mamia e goto account no ma ente how am I going to pay the cocoa farmers? Omanhene, I'm so passionate and emotional about this thing because Omanhene, me see me free afoba last week o hwe ye mame no ye papa no ma obi kura Omanhene e free say me di constituency nanim o misa wade kura da enne na mosrade because one ni be it's impoverished them.
It's because I don't know mu do mu nyina kokoo no mu nyina do mu ni atoso om do mu rashem osori anopa ahomache no ate asu akobrem
awura ewo
no se de be ya se bio onyini a kokoo no betimi ahwe no kokoo no ni omu pension now mo hia bubro ewuro mu se ya de bone no maye wo de sa wa ye wa adwen se kokoo no na wo nto bi wa Omanhene kakra na wato na ya supply amount no tio mu kai oh no, and this is not politics. We nya MPP NDC asemu because Omanhene wo kokari kokoo na ye misa se wo ye party A na wo ye party B ene ikwedo afi kon bia so ikwedo ba betu Ghana be the second highest producer of cocoa
Omanhene brepa
target 650,000 tons te say na mo be akuafo dia ene kokoo board mungu nai akuafo ho kire wo mu na se bi om cocoa beans no ya to ayentu omu ka no momoto na mato Land Cruiser ni vieti dem enfaso be na wo so hwe wo randia be ko hwe wo dan e chese Saudi Arabia hini na tim enfaso be na wo so wo cocoa kuani no ono no e di pantoko wuram e kwatia hasuo wo pam no nchekere eche ne nsanso no se no ono no se bio ono no wansi di kura wo nyaye wo a wote Land Cruiser ma da bia sori a wo ko fom kra gi se wo de stuffing chair na ekọ wo se captain na de ko fom wo ye ofie ye te se Saudi Arabia hene what of VAT dem na kuani ne ho kire
no one fear na government
na government bank ho na team Omanhene ho na team
no renovate
ano wo de ho achika na de renovate kokoo kuani no no kwete na hasuo no wansi di kra yenya no be wo pantokra wo so mbibu da no wo fie kokoo kuani ni sika na adi sesi wo fie hwe kaftan na wahye we atade we de shed kofu hwe akonye esi na chi stuffing cha watim we ye de kofu Omanhene ye kofu ma kodu ye twa ha ne ye de ato ho no oboka hire na ate so wo bebo kokoo kra wie no na wo tre se onyina ne muafo we kodu du akra woni
ye no ntina na sana na mpeso okoye
na da bio wo no ba bedi wo ba bedan kofo ano timamufo obedo ma no djuma o mu ye no wo nim kura kwan o mfa so di o mu djuma na we ono no kofo m dansan so no hye ne da no obe da ti o mu ya no mu bre o mu bre na se Omanhene obe da to o mu bre na se
but I don't think you need to be a cocoa farmer before you can
ana me say ya enwo hia because eno na be mo wate o mase Omanhene say ye President Mahama ene ye Randia be so modo cocoa for da ansan so na hye o mu da panto atwa o mu da
that's all man pen o say cocoa
Omanhene jai sa na yanko ni
also 50 hectares
Omanhene men sa asem no
I don't know mean sa asem no is that not what the president said when he was addressing
go
see Cape Coast or
Cape Coast
no
ever
say Western as Cape Coast beginning of 50 hectares
Cape Coast you don't go
oh I think Western region
ever
oh he no preference say nana
Omanhene
yeah Grace
me see you Mahama
yeah Grace Mr. what Get me that video.
Yewra Mahamate.
Yana me
Yewra Mahamate on Samson Asheneda.
Na e was Samson.
I say no hunu yawa kokwa kwafo komase. So okra panto no ade
ti nya ma pani jo mama fault say ya hunu e.
Ana me say enu nti na wonte wo mase no. Say no nti na wonte yase no. Enya no ne die na mu.
Beba. Na now do Samson Asheneda. Enso say kwafo no de oyema mo.
Yes, but we no buy no. Ebi nya enu nti onte ne ma ase.
Me say na now do say en Samson
Nado ye campaign china na Akufo Addo chini Ghana ha no. O che se odokuku.
Nti Samson Asheneda.
Na Yewra Mama campaign be no he. Ah? Unima afu Akufo Addo wurewurem.
Enti o come Samson Asheneda.
Ah, Debi u President Mahama nti Omanhene mi bisa wo. Enti akuafo bro mu bre.
Ya Grace unya o mapani mama.
Ya fra ne se duru me bia awia kete me kamere bi. Me ne maame ko afom na yati kuku. Na wakura panto na yati ye ni na premere gu ayi koko odua ne so.
No sane ba.
Omanhene. Emirika obekọ no. Omun fili sane mo so omun ntiase. Eno ne brani hawa omun namu. Areho Omanhene enne eduru fiada akọ ba bia no dwomagu. Eduru kwa da akọ go so dwom dwa agu. Ko hwediem ko bian agu because kria no obi ni sika no de akodwom. No ni sika de akodwom no de ono obi ni store te sankore. Eti ni store wo ba bia ni no. Obe den nya sika na niema ne asa no de abakumase abefa bia ko.
Okay.
Edi sankofo wo kumase adum no mu complain se sika enne wo mu niema ye nto a na se kire no.
Sankore ni na ama.
Wama
Esunafo ni na ama.
Akokontom na ni na ama sika ni ho.
Okay, you're making a lot of sense here.
Sika ni ho because ono no to ye koto na ade wo store mam esa wa faka abakumase abefa bia ko. No no ni store yi kuani ni oni kapre no akono akoto. No be de na store mu ni ama na sa no de aba. Nto Omanhene sa nsem we na ekoso no ye besere Yewra President Mahama. Ye besere no. Ohia ni ayi a ho kire akuafo na mu kokko akuafo na mu no. Eye hwenne they say wo hwa akrachefo a anya hypertension pa because of this ayi aban we niam a oya anodin. Hwenna no metie wow station. A young boy be o say kra na ho me kra te. Onya kra kwan ko
bi lose 5 billion. And for be lose 30 billion.
Young guy a be a wasi so a wo bobra. Ye be sra ban no. Ontutu na mo yi na de ekona no de.
Okay. On the issue of the Middle East crisis.
Omanhene Middle East e dey si.
Na the unti wias.
O sama ma te se si
Ghana is not immune.
Hwana kan
Omampani Joma.
Omanhene pacho Omampani Mahama o bono ntoa no. Ba ko hwid no kinyase. Minim se mu o se video na. Momo na nka etiefo ne ahwefo ntie.
Pacho video there.
O se Russia and Ukraine tokwa no.
Okay.
I
think honorable by cry. Yeah, Grace. My NT.
Me nya sure say
Ukraine-Russia war. Now Ukraine-Russia almost kwa efa ya Ghana for efa ya hube. Yeah, it's your baby. Ukraine-Russia war. What's na play mu na okasa wo call Ukraine na. Ufi Accra 7,000 kilometers ansa no akodru. No mo ko mo ntokwa. Den ese yesika sem. Na Cote d'Ivoire son kasa. Say Russia Ukraine no mo ko. And so,
a few moments later,
Ghana is not immune from the shocks of global events. Recent events in the Middle East, which involve an exchange of missiles between Israel and Iran, have started to escalate crude oil prices dramatically. I've asked our Minister of Finance and Minister of Energy to keep a close eye on the development and model the possible impacts on our petroleum prices.
So now say me born
on the first video na Omanpanyin say Russia ni Ukraine ko a ye de fa ye ho bai
The president says that he has asked the finance minister and the energy minister,
the same president,
to model a system that will not affect us so much should it happen. Say, ebia petrol bobe kosra. Ometimi aye niema ebia enkayen. But what my yet say enema bi siwa manoninom ne ade a yen we cannot say emfai ho. Say Ghana is not immune from the international shocks on issues that are happening internationally. I think he's making it things clear to us. I don't know. What I don't know man aye wanwa.
Omanhene so say omampanyin no owonim de ewo amamumu cheye nyina. So hono odi mampanyin da na osako fie. And no abeka say Sebio say Russia and Ukraine.
I mean from Tuja say we are live on Precise 105.9 radio.
And
okay.
And no man penny say Russia and Ukraine ekwa. Ye yam fine ho. Na Cote d'Ivoire for kranka say. And then Iran any USA ko. Any Israel because we had distance na free Ghana and Russia. Vis-a-vis distance free Ghana any Iran na ya. Omanhemu wa pa. We say Iran de no kra emu wa chen Russia de no. Nende mu wa de chen Russia de na miminim problem is Ghana for the S adwen ho. Pay Omanpanyin own logic.
Oh, okay. So you wakanti.
You see, Omanhene he. De bia me kan say say nuanu NDC foi. Na Akufo-Addo nyame edi na chi no. Ono ye wura bomia. Enche Ghana fo be hunu ye nuanu NDC. Omusu no omuban pepepepepepepe. Omanhene okay ye wura ma first state of the nation address. And you are to force in first budget or the core parliament. Umuwie na minority leader kasan. Ba kwa fenyo make. O say enche kra. Ghana fo be hun the difference between MPP and NDC. Why no one say ba kuni koko asem ye na ebu abo mu yo. And ebu abo mu. Ye betum 60 million and they can well market price. Sata me ewura rikopoku nam kwapon ne danta no ne yasibirimu no wanka we market asem enne de ne yetwa dada kra 31 ne yate so kra ne sika no kra nya ntwa enne de ewura ma ka kire Ghana for say when market price of oil crude oil it may affect the Ghanaian economy na say ewura Akufo-Addo na nya ono a na say ewura Akufo na nya ne mfonso. You see, Omanhene, yantwi agency de na ekoso so. De di kan. Ghana COVID bae. Yen nyina enim supply chain e kwan ya COVID. O hwe o read IMF report and the World Bank report a. O me say COVID e ya ade a ase wiase nyina sika. For the first time, countries kra na inflation o mu hu bi da kra nya bi. UK 1 year mo pam prime ministers 3. Ahokyere ba wiase nyina. Satam Ghana nso ebi kan ye. Mi kan ye ho na Ewura Akufo-Addo ka se obe nipa de owu a wontimi nyane no na emom economy ne sey a obetimi asiesie. O ka ya satam ye tifie ye tenafie 1 year adwumayefo na Akufo-Addo tuaka. Eno no oba ba ye ya nana show boy no show incentives no yese ya ni nyina na de ka na ebre ye. COVID-19 free wa and Russia Ukraine won so sorry ye. Mine ye nyina enim Russia. Oil do mutu ni daily. Going by your mama logic kra Russia oil mutu ni daily no e chen Iran for oil mutu ni daily. And to quite sim ama oil bo ko soro wiase ama na manyina. Ama bi ka Ghana dey na determine oil price. Omanhene ya market price. Forex exchange. And taxes are be abide better so. That's right. These are the 3 components. Abaya and fat tax be anto so. Where well market if we cost so when so ye import more oil no. Sika de cost ntini e here more forex. Near the akoto e ma extra forex no so dollar cedi no so cost so. When you nachi, you know man this for and tansa ye di bon na Akufo-Addo ne na aban. Se Akufo-Addo na ni 3 more den and no man ne ukoto fuel and fuel boy den.
kan sansa mo nyina to na akufo ado so say na ye to ye sami jamfi video bi kura do say na dey bomb no mu to no Iran no bomb ne bi atoka so a na do man ne say bomb ne bi atoka jedia going by their own logic man ne bomb na ye to no Israel ne Iran no say bi atoka jedia anu ntia akufo ado na ama ne mamu aye den e na mo bae na sabio mi eya na me danya me asese sa niema wei eniema bi a esisi ye no ebi esisi na akufo ado penso because mine no hwe even cocoa drop in one market price kakra bi kura na aban we ntimi nso ano no now you imagine say COVID-19 esi sa aban we mre so a o mine nke nyina nke be chie maton ahokyere Ghana kom sa time no so mine no ne me ya adwen sa ahokyere kom ewiase kom sa time no enya bi ni sa ahokyere we
no
eno kura no hwe cocoa akuafo ahokyere kyere mu Mimpaya mi bo nyina ne se omu nsam de omu ansam no nyame apom ho ntoma ma Ghana fo ene obi ehunu hawa ye nuanu ma ndisi ni Ewura John Dramani mama o masem sitie so no na ka se opetumi a utwa ntro kakra no aka no kore kakra ene na ye hunu tuyi mimpaya mi bo ne se o man yin mi one market price na kosora ye nim ye gitum so one market price of fuel e kosora e be affect the Ghanaian economy because Ghana ye crude na ye tu ni hano o man ye export no in a raw material form e kwa monone na monone a refine their bread Ghana ansa na akufo ado sa Central Oil Refinery China for be no Ghana ha I think January 2024 na akufo ado commission ye e no kura ho didi atama NDC for di ne nyasam ketwa okọ commission ye nti ama ye refinery no oil na import at least e so tekakra de maye because prior to that no na oil e import no 97% oil e issue no Ghana ha na import from amanone ena Central for bae ena ja omu bete ne ma so kakra e de maye ena nyame adom ene tema oil refinery so say de bia omu ye 28,000 barrels a day eno so ete ne ma so e de amaye kakra je gra no omu ka say F61 onu so omu gusu ye installation no so betimi amaye be 45,000 barrels a day enti ye new stage na ye crude na ye tunu ha na ye betimi refining more e wo ha na ye tam bebre de kwa amonone a Omanhene one market price of fuel bia no Omanhene beka oman ye gisa ade no tum enu nti se bi o se konfo bia wo krom na o si krono mu a so Omanhene otim bi
that's right
ye de ye mpese one market price of fuel no e be ko sura ma na de ahokyera ba because Omanhene ahokyere kakra kura ayi koko de kura no Omanhene ye pa ya se ehunu ya sinimu kakra we kura no Omanhene ye ntimi na sa wa market price of ayi sa bobo mu Omanhene si yewu enti ye ditum se kosora muaye na empire ye bo nyina ne se nyamenka America ni Iran fo ni Israel fo akoma na se bi ontokwa ye kosoi anomrase na susu nyame ama ye hunu the difference between the Nado Danko Akufo-Addo and Ewura John Dramani Mahama.
He was dead.
Nanado nye senti. Nanado nye surabofo. But Nanado dino crutch magana for.
How?
Because aniama yakosro wa manone no. Nanado magana for hunu se aniama se ne yakosro wa manone. Nenya ne mfonso. Enunti no otu anamon ye make sure say that Central Oil Refinery ni ade nyina no ebeba. But sata no sa Ghana mampenye na wo hai Ewura John Dramani Mahama e ka kire Ghana fo se eye na Akufo-Addo ne na aban e no mutiri moden na ye se oil ayi ya tu oil bo mu amanane a Ghana de fa ho bai entokwa e koso wo ba bia Ghana de fa ho bai na Omanhene de na asesa enne the same mampenye ni ka kire Ghana fo se wa set up a committee ye nwiem se de be ya ade no kosuru bebra enka Ghana kese so hunyame na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo ba ya 2017 one market price of cocoa dropping from $3,000 per ton about $1,800 no o ka kire Ghana fo wantum wanteso yeni anu man DC ahoroba o mu hye na Akufo-Addo ensem ka to papa yi so na Nado e be fira konwa soro no afa cocoa bo from 4.7 e de adu 31 million yewura rikoboku ni atofo ase ne nana yewura John Dramani Mahama nsɛm ka kyerɛ papa sɛ papa yɛ wudi ne tirim ɔden ɛnɛ the same man no 31 million na mo ba ya yate so e de aba 25 no kura no o man ne me no ka sei koku akuafo sika mu nsankan that is the difference amane na akufo ado betena ban mu emfie nwɔtwe ayi ene electricity tariff o man ne o te o fie adwuma you know ma ene o ye ene o fa light bill a sika o tua for light bill every month vis-a-vis sika na o tua for light bill emfie mienu atwamu ya o man ne obi na be catch the difference na do dan akufo ado tena ban mu emfie nwɔtwe light bill cumulative local bomu a to or two mu no enuru 80%. Omampanyi John Dramani Mahama first time from 2012 to 2016. Uka 2016 near that doom so mu nyina no light bill omutum 284%. Wo fra baimu. Enne oba ye 1 year pepe 1 year ne kakra. Omahene sa 28.9% no be ka kire ne ye ntro. Because omahene ne wo fa bill out on ha last 2 months. Now for the autumn last month, Bibia Trow say 1 increment na 80%. Yet now the TV and top prepaid. Na do dan kwa kufa do niema we ye nyina no. Papa edru COVID time. Ghana for da kanea mu ensure edu time na ye ntwaka. Free. This is the difference between Nana Akufo-Addo and John Dramani. Me say Nana do onye sent. Nana do one na enso. Anamobi obi Nana do 2 year. Ghana for ne Nanado anya adwen. Be na Nanado akomapa. O hwe niema ekoi na hwe the two political parties and niema ekoi dia. Eso ohun sa Nanado dan Akufo-Addo no wakomapa. Omahene enne ya wo be ka kire se enne nkane abo matumi unim excuse o mo de mai. Omahene o mo say IMF. Nyeza no kom say IMF conditionality. Okay. Omahene mi bisa o se ka adjustment o man adjustment ye de
adjustment ye ensesanya eba
okay
ade a woyem ebetimi akosoro betimi abafom
okay ena adjustment no IMF for e ka kire ye se eniema o mu behwe so ye behwe so de adjustment no ye niema miensa o man ye niema miensa sa eniema miensa no eno na ye nyina so nye omai no fa IMF document a yeah ye ne
bacho mame fan tudwa se de tonsa frɛ Abdul Mujib Abdurrahman na am say eniema bi asini kwan enti am so asmo bi skra se nkomesi na nemba minim ye will bear the next 28 minutes to wrap up enti no say bia mutie na mote honorable Frank Adisipo kunkwa
ezo mo soldiers no bo ofu
na enye adombo ofu
and these full soldiers no ma he no dem wie beba ho esu omusu no
enti
anya sam ketu ho
wonte Abdul Ajib kan na say ndisi de bia kan enye bo apayo ya hanom de ye gina obi afa ma obi akwan ma ne kasa na wo kan bibi
fa IMF documenta ye ne omani Ghana for ye. Over page 40, page 60 something bullet 47. Any. Policy implementing an upfront weighted average electricity tariff adjustment of at least 29% in January 2023. That is prior action. To limit the size of the energy sector shortfall. This will be followed by quarterly tariff adjustments reflecting exchange rate, inflation and fuel price changes. Omahene, eniema miensa. 1, exchange rate. 2, inflation. 3, fuel price. Omahene.
Na che say obese asem ni nyina ne tofa boni say bosome miensa bia e wo sense achiraye ba na nsachiraye no ebegina Ghana cedi ni dollar so ejina se ne niema ebo esiko nhwirenhwiren eye inflation and third one no
fuel price
and se ne adwama so ene ye ne aye
member mu ha fu
sani e petrol bo be si aye
yes
enti udi no bom a na chese se inflation wo form
yes
dollar any cedi na cedi ho odin na petrol no so bo form a e wo se etimete
that is the logic
electricity
yes
say emu apeja e wo say adjustment no etimi ka no say electricity bo be peja
ebe peja
enti enye automatic say adjustment no wo se
etu
oma conditions
mensa
say sa na ma no miensa no esesa
yes
eno na besesa electricity no bo
ebo
say e wo soro na be ba fom
Omanhene no ano no oh why are there because Omanhene o share plants now cost of production power plants no cost of production eno na determine omu de omu beton na ma ECG na VR
that's right
eno nti no say cost of production so yenyina nim say inflation ye factor exchange rate ye factor
that's right
and the fuel price because fuel no be turn a market no mo their power plants no Omanhene me pacho ene say Ghana buy am say ye mo na baso because inflation e free 24%.
23%. About 3.3%.
About 3.3%. Me pacho me boa. There's inflation
almost 20%.
Atiaba from pa. Omanhene say Ghana buy say ye mo na baso say fuel bo na ye tono na na do dan kwaku ado penso no. Fuel bo no eswate
aba from pa.
Omanhene me pacho say sa na tie. Me da say Omanhene say Ghana buy say ye mo na baso say inflation dollar ni cedi no and cedi na nya hoden pa against the dollar
no correct
vis-a-vis na do dan kwaku fata mba chanja nti die yes yeto live
okay
Omanhene mi bisaw die nti ene yes yeto live mu per this logical wo mo de ma ye and per we ya wo mo de ba ye and enye wo nko a 11th April 2025 this is Public Utilities Regulatory Commission PRC. Almost say, report on the buy 2025 first and second quarter tariff review decision for electricity and water. Second paragraph. Or say the quarterly tariff adjustment tracks and incorporates changes in 4 key variables, namely the cedi dollar exchange rate, inflation, electricity generation mix, and cost of fuel. Or no, the abeka one electricity generation mix. 3 a yini nyina no. A PR is no mbegina so dia tutumu nyina no a drop it. Ento Omanhene dia bone ne dia yo abanwi. Meanwhile this same government abegiji adi fuo bi ebeto bia no wo de 1 cedi ne afra no dum so levy wo de atotototo so. A fuo le ebeto bia wo ji 1 cedi sika no de
no say short for no. De ekoba ne say Ghana for petrol no ba fom na abo anti na moncha aban no 1 cedi.
Ose yencha aban no 1 cedi.
Ai sana de wo kana electricity no you go do pempen so say fuel no etiba form na interest forex no
yes.
so aba form pa eti na ma Ghana for ho aheha ho e na osre say yenche no wansi
Omanhene na 1 cedi no kan say yemfa ma no no say odi piaka say de be ya dum so
eye Ministry of
energy
and electricity
power plants sika obenya yes obenya dia ma power plants no so de be ya obenya constant fuel supply and on be me constant electricity Omanhene me no ka say and enuru na otwe bi edum light Kumasi
enye Kumasi it's all over
across the country. One, what to light bill more than 80-90%. Obiafa na light obiafa na receipt ohunu. 2, ye twa saade we nyina achi no light ni so ayensanka. 3, electricity tariff adjustment na omumu gina so se no na mo ye yi no. IMF dem aye nyina no a drop it still na yese tu. What is happening in this country? Omanhene dey na ekoso omanhene. Bibia ase bibia no ye wo kan se wo NDC ni kan se bia e na dollar above from and the inflation above from but Omanhene mimi no mi onim the reality say hit your pocket ye to adwuma for ketom ye se dollar above from inflation above from in the 9%. No Omanhene sa teacher ni no a waje 3,200 no a month or to light bill ebia o 200 cedis no and that same person light bill o 400 cedis. What to na ketua say 9%. What to need you say that same person and the be ko school ni school fees a wotua no a double. And no the public universities are omo school fees ya too more than 40%. Kohe hostel ayi omutua. Omanhene na me no ka say, ya na e kan na taxi for ayi for adava for monte mo ayi so. Omanhene last 2 weeks kobisa kodivl ne kobisa insurance ka ayi cars for ye no ya tutum
third party crap.
Enne taxi ya tum
like 1,500.
TD ya tum ayi bus ya tum. Na oya sa de ya be den na driver ni no expect ni say until lorry fair so. Obatum. And you go to Aboso kan anakoso am magazine. Spare parts nyina ya tum. Because a buying at the VAT a free 4% to 20%. Ya tutu niyemem. Eno na na guta for be say, o man hwe yombeti aban so ntesu kokko. Man, what is happening? Enra. Min ko hwe GS the letter aba. E die na asia. O mo say teacher ni bia ye ntua o ka be demonstration bia. Ye be yiwadi. Your best sanction. Oh man, what is happening? And then to the extent say ne undi ubio. Eh ni na kufuado wabriu. Oh man, teacher ni na waye adwuma more than 1 year untua ne ka no.
Oh man, 1 month salary.
What man say?
1 month.
Waye adwuma say 1 year. And omo say 1 month. 1 month salary. Oh man,
letter na down.
Me da so man nya didi ate no omudidi umu no. Anya the same teacher. And I'm promise you automatic posting. Oman yenye these same teachers. And I know more training colleges no. Mo katro mo say o mu fees mo bate so. Me no ka say enne enno na me ne minua ba ko kasa o bechem just school. Oman ni go and ask them. Na na do na ni 3 more day ni time no. Ne mankora na duane di anopa awianwumre. Enne me no ka say ye ma kora na duane ni ba ko. Enno kora na kora ne ka jem so mo say o mu nuane na o mu di abrom sesa no anasa.
Teacher for
no. Nye teacher for we amo and I promise you say license exams na do dan ko kufuado license exams no na kufuado 3 more den no otwe atrechire fo aso na de oba betwem Omanhene oba ye nye se untwamu keke o wo a untwamu registration fees no so a masa atum
masa increase rate
wo masa increase the registration fees
license exams no ye ntwam
why Omanhene Owia be phone lines na hwe de teacher for no beka Omanhene this nurses for now and now omaye adwuma 12 months na matuom ka 1 month no this same nurses who promise you automatic posting and omaye adwuma 12 months na kufuado ba ba mu 2016 or clear nurses batches from 2012 to 2015 54,000 nurses backlog a hujan hono no waba one nurse currently me employ. And yet these same nurses and na sata me remita kan na no ye rank me on health ebe ka kire say na kufuado aseda and one person be produce more nurses enti no di quota system ama the various nursing training colleges dom bomba biem obi a person wo nursing training school bia no beko Omanhene ye ni na last week na regu nursing training college principal akando si wayi na di wa pam no bone be no aye wo se an quota no de man no wa farm na tra na ho na betuo mu allowance. This is the NDC. Omanhene this is the NDC. Enti ye kan enu man NDC asema Omanhene wan hwe ya wo ntia se. But you see omo beka ye nya tumi na aka bi. This is the reality Ghana fokom. Omanhene nra ene na nsa na ye enu man NDC social media awuradom fu soldiers no. Me ge say nkra na bia mi na wa ama no. Fu soldiers ni su. Omunya adwuma ye. Omanhene mpacho wadaroma o producer no. Sa 133 adwuma no. 24-hour economy no. O producer no money ehwe.
To work in this factory. When you meet the professors, the doctors who claim when you meet the professors, the doctors who claim they don't understand 24-hour economy, tell them we the youth they called lazy. We have a formula for them to understand. It's very simple. Formula 1 3 3. Same job, 3 people, 3 shifts. When you go to your local factory in your various districts and communities, you get there. We have Akosia for Zia. We have Estenam living in the same house. But that local factory works from 8 to 5 each day. And it's only Akosia that works in that factory because there's no space. So what President Mahama is promising us is that he's going to provide incentives for this factory. Tax incentives, security, name them all, appropriate create incentives to ensure that space is created in these factories for Esenam and Fozia to join Akosia to work in these factories.
Can't say we grow if you're
Abaya. Now, Abaya only.
Oh, yeah, Miss what? Nanya hand is from Nansande to Nura. The way you see super Yura John Dramani Mama and Abino.
NDC.
Mabunu. Go to TikTok, go to Facebook, go to Twitter.
I almost said that.
Omunia Jumanya. I know Musi Omatam Sika. Adiama a woman of value a Nanaba group acquire you a
gold board issue.
Gold board issue. No.
Now, is it true?
Nada in Nanyomaka Omanhene. Nato more woman as well be a program or the
Almost gold board has veered from its core values. What was put there? Say a no any gold border. You know, no business. Say Okutu Sikama.
Omanhene.
A year woman of Vela.
Omanhene. Unim gold board CEO. Gold board CEO. So Sami Jam. Okay. I know the woman of value. See you there. Unim the second in command.
But your meaning.
Okay.
One is second in command.
Oh, okay. Omanhene here bisa.
Okay.
Unim Ghana legal council yes second in command.
Srem sai.
Unza na down for Sami Jam V. Okay, me that's it. Do you are connected dots?
Now, some bell now.
Omanhene connected dots.
I am not privy to your information.
My son never carry.
You and I were not there.
We're not there. But me now says, who is a gold board? I corresponds a woman of value. Man, no.
Now, some say young people.
And Sami Jam V.
And Nana Basso.
Oh, Sami Jam said,
Nana Basso, the young couple. And yeah,
and Nana Bano and second in command. Woman from nation side.
Lawyer, your friend say,
oh, Monsieur Oman for nation side. Why?
Lawyer say, why me?
Oh, now come.
Commander. I said, sir, program no come.
Oh, na so na ma bebre so come.
Now, because I don't know now officer Odin is Niba. Una Oko.
Mama de Mrs. Second in command, Mamodi.
Sen Obianim say, Nana Benia. No one who say, why me? Why do you bring Srem side?
There may person me catch on this one.
Say, why do you bring Srem side?
Srem side down for next Sami Jamfi.
Na okay na.
And so say
why me here? What does it come in?
Oh, that be so much no for.
Now for this, why me here?
Nana woman now.
It's one of my sponsors.
Oh, min casa. Oh, now.
That's all. What?
These are your words.
Okay, what analogy
and
are you drawing?
Me catch on say. So when say gold board, I sponsor a woman of value. And man in young one.
Yay.
Politicians. A man in young one. Nano na ma sabio ye nuanu man disi for etiko abofom. Akomodi wo mu. O hwe nsem mom se akomodi ye. Bra ye bre ye nyina no. Modi adwuma sama dada ye tifi adwuma kura nya binye.
Na okay.
Na matam sika e dey sponsor a woman of value. Me patro mu na eka ho. NDC ifo no omufu soldiers ne na eka.
That's how you are also echoing it.
Omu say adwuma omu po mu nyan. Security recruitment ye kosi. Uma appointees no. Ufro bia wunya no. Uma sa mom na mfo no omu obusuafo. Omu na eka ho. Omu si even work up okra supporters no mso omu de ko no. Uma cha wie. Enti NDC ni a wote stadium ha. Wote ayi asomase. NDC ni a wote ayi bia manhia zongo. Wa no. And now that's what tifie. Do be di kura den. Boy ba kura den me ready na me raho. Wo say MPP na enya na aban time no. Wonya adwuma ye. Na aban ba ya eno mbe sake no. Sa de na Julius Debra ye no. Se no mu nim se omo ya ma na TMPP fo nko a. Because obeka ya emre bi ade former identity
MP about 1536.
Anja ko ja do asare
500 and something.
Emre bi ko ja do asare ko kan wo musisa station she. Ono identity woman organ constituency NDC constituency woman organize ni kunu aka no. No mu nim se omu yi MPP fo. Na no mu nim se sebio na e Ghana fo a MPP ni NDC fo nyina wo. Etienne eniam ekosu omu from umpanfo no mu nya wo mo. Hey, omu se ene PS no cry yi chen omu bosses. No mu hwe se bi ayi chenchirencha ye be na okumase ya na wotweda o. Omanhene na wotweda hwe sika. Enne sika appointees ni bia nya. appointees omuba ne no ma na nam wo mu hu wo mo na di ombadi akura den na mu wi amatam sika e de co sponsor program or lending because mo nam fofo no wo mo Omanhene areho me se ga no ye 133 no watifio ni adwuma ye
ga no ye
133 watifie ne se adwuma be no okoye
Fauzia
watifie
akosia ne yesanam
watifie
okay
see as local government ka obi ye adwuma no pa ne bia ko nwumre ne anadwo ne ahomache omu kan ya ka se de mame oton aduane o ma ahye hei nka oton na no pa ne bi obi abe change na wia no
sewara
na nyesa 133
happiest birthday to my dear sister Jacqueline Osei to member of Lighthouse Chapel Boshen from Christian Akwesi Boa. Nana Kwaku Owia aka Ohima Puma Kwame Wanimfo na Odiwe Emma Wanewa Wada Ohima Puma. To my lovely son Kofi Baumia Kodia and nursery one account nursery one student. I want to be there. And nursery one people at Fumasha Basic School. I know cry and nursery one child. Oh no people cry. From your father, Honorable Pozo, former DC in Suta. Mr. Eric Frimpong, CEO of Eric Frimpong Company and Center Hill Hostel. From Ebenezer Uzo and Sign and Akwame Chinebua to you. Okay.
Omanhene she Lady B Lawrence Abunera. Ono first different Princess Law. Only a yin and dampa ohe Mbe Fahad Castle ne.
Yeah, Princess Law.
I see many of you are attacking Muntaka Mubarak without asking the rare question. How many people has he actually been given financial clearance to recruit? When you visit many government agencies for employment, the response is the same. We are waiting for clearance from the Ministry of Finance. Recruitment in the public sector does not happen just because a minister wants it. It depends largely on the financial clearance given. So before rushing to blame one person, let's understand how the system works. If the clearance is given, recruitment will definitely happen. Sometimes, the problem is not the willingness to recruit. The problem is the approval to do so. Say, NDC are for no. Fuso just no. Umubu ofu gidigidi nti waka bibi di achirom. Na say
so omunya abotre na.
Ne za atofo se na adwen se ono so clearance pa de.
Atofo se clear de a.
Oh, na no be that clear. No, on say atofo se no. Ono person numbers ni look good o because ope president yedi.
Jabira Bank PLC at the shares ne fixed deposit in Ketahudie na Basse. Tiasia say when you're looking for a banker to buy shares a Jabira Bank PLC. Na se ba fixed deposit pa bama a return on investment a high dividend 3 months. You was 6 months. You was 12 months. Fixed deposit attractive interest rate 100% assurance no market volatility. Negotiable rate depending on the amount of money our person would yes investment yeah fixed deposit no Jabira Bank yeah no kwafo say yeah dear hunia into no debia so wo ba so wo beto shares wo ha wo be dia dance here say hey yetimi di chinaso krama wo ba scholarship needy by brilliant children omo abusuafo anaso mama na papa na omo enkrofo bi e wo shares wo ho na eba sa so yetimi ma osika nyini eti daache no se ye che ye ko annual general meeting ye che dividend abun se wo sika pa e den tiche ne so se wo pe ba bi ato shares dia 50 pesos per dial 3 star 389 star 984 hash star 389 star 984 to buy shares. Over to my friend 0544 745856 0544 745856. That's natural mineral water. No moon super. No bian come for say ampa. Hey, and my skin no color no cry. Aye fair. No moon swim my yamon cacao. Unko no impurities be a mukrojin. Nsuya abremponsuya ye de som ahoho ewa yase aponto yase wedding engagement baby Freya was 0244 620294 0244 620294 and now 0208 183 018 0208 183 018 na Kumasi Breman West ubehuyen wo ho Sounds so na atomic. You want the pokasia and you know be open one cry no. O friend number ya the bed bro. Lens Beauty, a touch of beauty. A place for you. So person yes you. Abasa wo your engagement wedding be. O bridal team pesi yes you. Wa mu pesi yes you. E go your makeup bi ama wanim kochacha. Obu a makeup no na wanim atotom. O de ayi kakra bi fa wanim an wanim na aye bibi basa hu an bi. That be. Lens Beauty Tessa, professional manicure and pedicure, frontal pony, lashes, all kinds of makeup, wig frontal installation, wig cut and haircuts, any stylish ponytails are doing that. Your place is Lens Beauty. Yes, also my tutorials. 2% usia. Sanya me abubo din yina bia. Fre 0242 321043. 0242331043. Let me activate the lines. Yemfa mo calls kakra. And Mami Sanka Bio said Yatonsa Fre Abdul Mujib Abdul Rahman. Senka Omejina NDC name na Oma me director Sonte any producers in I said BBS in the quine to went to me and back. Or she sent Kobe missing a name when any background so end to me and back. And Tisamre ye be a humana tum na onso so oba humano so a Mr. No amount TV and our radio volume no akofom. The number is 0207-103-217. 0207-103-217. Just give us a call and also let's hear what you have to say. And somehow do I can won't so I drink and say give us a call 0207-103-217. And note that you may yene precise 105.9. And anopa morning show is Sasia Humachi. Yenu mu di juma son enti ejeshe ni nyina 0207-103-217. Give us a call. Okay. Enti eye kase bo dumienu no nsia ni nyina da. Mobete yenka number now bit my friend so ya na my volume no TV volume no and answer radio no form so wo fret via 0207-103-217 na ofrea na me bibia akọ ya twetwe nkomo pi afa the crisis of the Middle East. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Me pa cho wan am ni ka say
Me pa cho kwami nchi me ka petition.
Kwame and should be in Tiwano pay.
Yo, Omanhene o program now omoye no emenije pa mayade.
Yeah, that's it.
Na NDC ni na wa ma no obwa na nim na egu aso nim so oba na ho bekire no onya sempepe bia nka enti na wa ma no o sheda nti Omanhene na sem bia o ba se wo ba be program no bo modern pe o sebe onipa obetimi abeka sem papa pipi ni no ja hono o ye adwuma no embezi de pa se o ka asemu a ehu hia medamo se pa nyame nshiramu.
Yes, you that was from Teshi also so again now free my enter on car 0207-103-217 na yenko yenim ewo dwumade so enche bia be pagya mu na edumie no kase no enso so asiesi omo aba. Let's hear you this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Pacho Waini.
Pacho. Pacho, we can free tafo.
Yo, my NT one pay.
Omanhene.
Yes, sir.
Omanhene.
Yes, sir.
MPP ni na o kasa no. And then your mama buy and your money na ba form. Ahunto na ba. Ye untio ele nsanu ye hu. Koko na o kan bo no o ka bo no a o kan no. Ye tuma kan se dwama so ye tum. Ya tete so ho. Ya tete so bebrebe honum. Sisi ano ye ene na mo no. Sebile no ye fe taxes na koko fo no. Na we no o kan no he.
Hey.
So, and I feel so no. Yet petrol so drama so president no ba want so na ya tikoko bo so honum ya tikoko bo so honum o si chincha president no ensan first kabirebe ensan ko kan kofo no de te so e o se edwene man no
Matiasi.
edwene man no
Matiasi.
so
Okay.
enti brother na to kasa no kasa bebre no enye channel so kasa
Okay.
ene hwe mu na ya tete so ya ti bibia so ama bibia ba fom.
Okay.
So nti don mama de damase pa de o eni ani so.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. My NTA one so dear Walker Anope 0207-103217. Ofra, lower the volume of your TV or your radio. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Ooh, Kafra, ye wa humanati. Also bet my frame 0207-103-217. 0207-103-217. Na enkomodina koso. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mbacho, fine morning.
Mbacho hwenye.
Mbacho mbidi Emmanuel, mekasa fia shaman.
Yo, Emmanuel miente wanope.
Mbacho brana obekasa ense yatiti niyama sono. Tisi ajuma biye ni ho, yenye ajuma nko. Yatiti fie. Ndine kasa na okambe brebe se yatiti niyama sono niyama ye yino. Tisi ajuma be na yeko.
Oh, kandi obekasa asisi ano.
Obekasa asisi ano.
Okay.
Wate yatiti niyama so. Tisi yatiti niyama so ajuma ni ho ayatiti fie no. Ene na yana.
Okay. Ono so asema obusa no.
Awonto bia ni ho. Yetsore yatiti fie. Nya adwuma nko. Ene na ye.
Mate.
Nti ono okasa so aya onjune ho na ontutu de kasa nso ye.
Yo, Mate. 0207-103-214. 0207-103-217. Numbers ni mienu nyina ofra yabete wonka 0207-103-214. 0207-103-217. Give us a call. Na yintio. Hello, good morning. Maybe I join hwenye.
Matome kasafiri oyarefa giro.
O kasafiri oyarefa mienti wano pay.
MPP ni NDC phone nyina no. So odi omwechi ade bia obeyila kwan. Obi a obekasa se omatiti nyawa so omunya adwuma ya. Adwuma no ka hu no se ono ankasa NTC kroma onya bi. Obi a be frame ofie se ni odwuma ha tin sisi be yema bi. Dia obekasa omatiti nyawa so omunya adwuma ya. Ono batan sta be mi esi ono start ye. O start ye a obehu no hu mfa so. Anya aban na ba be frame se be ye adwuma se wa.
Okay.
Enti mi kase NDC phone na no. Omo ja Quran ni Bible na omo di mo omo parliament omo so de bia se. Omo so Bible ni Quran omo ja e. O be di president na omo fa ko bosum so na o ko so bosum no hotel. Ye se a on ko mi simple. Because we dey omo chi organa de bia obe ni pa boni. Bye.
Yeah, that's it. Onzo so wadwen chere and the same you. Hello. My angel was wadwen chere. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Kafrapa. My angel was wadwen chere. Na yempeja emu yemfa bibia amrewiye. Hello.
Hello. Good
Morning, Pacho Hwanye.
Indi Mohammed Mififi Kumasi.
Yo, Mohammed mienti wanope.
Yo, mi damasi ni juma mo ne mum em say MB before no say no mo si kasa no na o ma de ni o mo say bibia ye simple sa. Na nka bibia ye simple a say bi sanka nka ye ntu o mo so I don't know most core position few emphasis do 2 years. They didn't mo ye mo ntu so kaka because yes, in Gamuni, me, ya say, Sangamuti twice, and ye no be nice, 38%. Muntu Bonamunya Buteka, the Munama.
Okay. Yes, yeah, that's it. I was young for. Yeah, the more ever see her. Beda, yeah, Frank Adusipoku Asepa.
No, my man,
na come on, you didn't know you Saba day. And then the whole show. I will be one, so hello. Hello, me watching why you. Yes, Metonka.
Hello, man, good morning.
Morning, no, why ye? Abna free.
Man, and Toma empty in a kind of one.
Abna mau TV. Say TV are now volume. TV new volume and inco from why? I'm a tone kaba mau TV volume ninko from.
If I come
Yo, mammy too.
If I
Aha, casa. Yay. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Ano masa mpacho apom tse.
Me ho ye pa announce we.
Ah, me so ho ye pa me kese ti gomua man kesim.
Yo, my nche wa no pay.
Mpacho ote Joma Hama ne NDC for mo de apacho kese pra edeba Ghana for. It's say Mahama wadada ya pa obaye okache nse kuku okura o se nkomuto 70 Ghana. 7,000. Oh, that's 7,000. You know, I'm as well. But than a hormone for say, no matter to be. There also be also Russia and Ukraine war no and for Ghana. After the one was say, need to pay 2 weeks, you know, for that.
Okay. It was your man Penny me pacho. Hey, Asamo. Hello, good morning. Good morning. All right, I think we can end the show. Mami, memphobia maybe. I do see 30 seconds.
See, Omanhene mpacho, Adaruma. The bedas na yesterday you John Dramani mama. So we apama on Ghana for Koya. Near the manifesto. I don't know the Ghana for Gina so the Tobama. But and Kamia say Melbourne ni titiro ejina adwuma so eto abama no enim guase e ya ka homo Omanhene ene modern adwuma se modern 24-hour economy no aye hwebuada 133 because ene Ghana mabudusu na titiro NDC mabudusu mu sukra de anoden na se bi o se aduane adwuma ne bi wo ho a enka anya hwe kura ne se Ghana fo mabuna na mabuna aka na enya binya nenka nya NDC fo mabunu nanzo so omukura ekam eche de aka kire wo se adwuma ne bi ni ho Ghana mampanyi ene Ghana fo be kasa o ka kire se wa create adwuma 1 million first quarter of 2025 to third quarter of 2025 which is a lie sabi o mampanyi eni tronchire Ghana fo
which is untrue. I mean, you can't say a lie.
Sha enye no kre Omanhene lie no untrue no difference in any day.
I won't say a word be on my the same but back home.
But Omanpanyi di atro.
Omanpanyi e bia wan kan okre.
Omanpanyi di atro.
Enyisu atro no na meka.
Okay.
Omanpanyi an kan okre. Ensem no kan no. Wan kan okre. No kre ni musa.
Wan kan
anabia wan kan okre.
Wan kan okre ni musa na say say oh ya.
Omanpanyi asem no kan wan kan very good.
Wan kan okre.
Be penisa.
Wan kan okre an kire Ghana for mabunu. Because ene say ansem o kan Ghana for mabunu. Esi apeni adwuma ne bi no ye besere adwuma wura ye hu no hwe national apprenticeship program ye hu no hwe 1 million coders Omanhene ye hu no hwe enkokọ nketenkete Omanhene mu be yi nkokọ mienu miensa ma nkofo ye hu no hwe ye besere no omana ni nko mabunu ho ene mabunu adwuma ye ho na nim se no na beboa ama se bi mabunu no.
Okay, on that note, we say thank you for staying with us.
Mind the Kuafo no so asem no. Kuku Kuafo asem.
Omanhene nkoso.
Mesra mo nyina mo mfa manu ntum bi.
Yate.
Na ye ma me no mo bre.
O mo bre. Abusuafo me di Omanhene Yaw Adu-Boakye, ya Grace, and director of the program, ably supported by Simon Sansoso and Kuku Ajando Akosi Asoma and Dominic, chief executive producers. Mote Yabo Mankanopa. Mote Kwakwa Santi Ebwa Mote Brighto Brown this pause tidbits no ebremo me pejami mo odom dom ye adom ye no Owia kase ebo no ebebaso bye bye.